Morning. Just waiting for all people to come on in. I know I'm early. Good morning. All right. Well, we still have a couple minutes before everyone gets in or whoever else is going to join us, but good morning. Welcome to Strength and Balance on Friday, October the 10th. My name is Angie. I'm one of the new instructors with Stonebridge Community Services. This morning, we are going to do a routine with our strength and balance. So we're going to do about 8 different exercises with our strength, with a couple breaks in between, and then we'll turn into our balance and making sure we have a lot of space around us, letting more people in. Good morning. Can everyone hear me okay? A thumbs up or thumbs up is good, perfect. Excellent. So yes, once again, good morning. My name is Angie. I'm one of Stonebridge's senior fitness instructors with Stonebridge Community Services. And this morning we're going to go through about 8 different exercises in our strength and then into our balance. So making sure that we have lots of space around us, some support furniture, chair, your wall, maybe the top of your couch. Today I'm in a lovely studio that has some nice bars beside me here that I can work with balance. We'll be taking lots of breaks and making sure that we have our water with us as well close by. And yeah, we're gonna get ourselves motoring this morning. And anyone else who ends up trailing in, I'll let them in too. All right. So we're going to start off with our warm up, a nice little gentle march on the spot. Let me know if you can't see me or anything, but I think I angled my camera pretty good. All right, so we're going to start off with a nice little march. Pumping those arms. Bending at the elbows, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, just gonna let somebody in here. Oh, I disappeared. Excellent. Taking a nice big inhale for me. And out. Nice big inhale. And out. Two more. Nice big inhale. And out. One more big inhale. And out. Excellent. Taking those shoulders for a little shrug up towards the ears and back down. Shoulders come up. Little shrug towards the ears and back down. Nice little shrug up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Shrug shoulders coming up towards the ears and down. Excellent. We're going to take those shoulders now for a roll to the back. So they're coming up and around towards the back. Up and around towards the back. Up and around towards the back. Up and around. Two more towards the back. Up and around. Up and around. Excellent. We're going to bring them forward this time. So up and coming to the front. Up, bringing them around. Warming up those shoulder joints. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth this morning. Nice big breaths. Excellent. All right, we're going to take those toes for a little tap to the front. So just nice little tap to the front in front of us here. Keeping those arms moving. Just a little swing with the elbow bent when it comes up. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. These are going to turn into a few toe taps to the side now. Taking it to the side. Excellent. Excellent. Keeping that body moving, getting all warmed up. These are going to turn into a couple heel digs to the front. So I'm going to take my heel and toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Arms are still moving. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling when I put my heel down towards the floor. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. These heels are going to turn to the side this time. So they're going out to the side. Excellent. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to take these toes now and we're going to give them a tap, tap, tap. So my heel is planted in the floor. I am tapping my toes, using those ankles to help with getting those feet moving. I'm going to take my wrists and roll them as well. So I'm tapping my toes, rolling my wrists. Excellent. And if it's comfortable on the joints, I'm going to tap my heels now. So tapping my heels, pushing down on those toes at the front. Wrists are going to go the other way. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to take those hips, get those all warmed up. So taking them for a nice little circle. Nice and slow. Nice and gentle on the joints. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Excellent. And we're going to take it the other way. Taking those hip circles the other way. Little soft bend in those knees. Nice and tall through the spine, proud through that chest. Excellent. 2 more circles. Excellent. All right. We're going to take these knees up a little higher now. So shoulders are back down and relaxed, nice and tall. We're going to gently bring those knees up. Some high knees. You can use a chair or your support furniture if you need it. Nice and slow, nice and gentle, warming up those joints. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those legs a little shake, shake. We're going to take them to the back this time. So we're going to turn, so we're going to kick our bum, kicking that bum, getting those hamstrings warmed up. Kicking that bum. Keeping those toes pointed towards the ground. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake. I just have to admit somebody in because they disappeared on me. Come on in. Excellent. We got everyone in. Perfect. All right. Gonna take those feet for a little pedal, warm up those ankles just once more here. So I'm pushing on the ball of my foot, pushing on the ball of my foot, raising that heel up. I'm gonna take my arms up, press them back, up, press them back. Excellent. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take a nice little breath here and out. Grab yourselves a nice little sip of water before we get into some strengthening the lower body. So for those who are joining in just now, my name is Angie. I'm one of Stonebridge's newest senior fitness instructors, and welcome to Friday's Strength and Balance. So making sure that we have lots of space around us, we're going to start with our lower body for strengthening. We're going to do 8 different exercises, 3 different times for about 10 repetitions. So the first one we're going to do is a monster walk, which is going to be for our quads. So making sure I have enough space. Taking those shoulders back down and relaxed. Knees are soft. I'm going to move myself over just a little bit here. Knees are soft, and so we're going to move sideways, three steps if I can fit in my screen. So it's gonna go 1, 2, and 3. That's 1, 1, 2, and 3. All right. If you choose to do a little bit more challenging, you can always lower your body a little bit lower, pushing that bum a little lower to the ground. Or if you're feeling it in those joints today, just say, nope, here is good. That's all right as well. All right. So shoulders back down and relaxed. Soft bend in those knees, nice and tall through that spine. Moving for 3 steps to the side, and that's the 1 rep. And we're gonna do it for 10. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. There's 2. 1, 2. There's 4. There's 6. There's 8. And there's 10. Excellent. Give those legs a little shake. Give that a little break for a second there. Then we're going to do it again. Making sure we're breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth while we're moving. All right. Shoulders back down and relaxed. Feet are about hip width apart. Nice soft bend in those knees. And here we go again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. There's 4. Here comes 6. 8. And 10. Excellent. Give those legs a little shake. Take a little breath there. And then we have one last set of those ones there. Hopefully everyone's doing all right this morning as well with those. All right. So one last set. Shoulders back down and relaxed. Feet are about hip width apart. Little soft bend in those knees. And take it for that. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. There's 4. 6. 8. 2 more. Excellent. Finish it right there. Take a nice little wiggle with those legs. Grab yourselves a nice little sip of water if you would like as well before we do some upper body. Now, my apologies, I am not using any weights today. However, if you did want to use weights, that is totally up to you. Making sure that it is your comfort with the exercise, the size of the weight is appropriate for you today as well. So you can use a 2-pound weight, 3-pound weight, 5-pound weight. We're about to do some bicep curls. So if you did want to use a weight, you are more than welcome to. If not, that's okay too. All right, so we're gonna do some bicep curls. So feet are about hip width apart, nice soft bend in those knees. Palms are towards the front. And then we're gonna do single arm to start with. We're gonna do 2 sets of singles, and the last set is gonna be a double. So shoulders are back down and relaxed, nice soft bend in those knees, and then bringing it up one at a time. Nice and slow going down. Way there. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Give yourself a little shake. So once more, we are going to do those ones again with the single arm. So those feet are, once again, hip width apart, a little soft bend in those knees. Palms are towards your camera. And taking those for a single once more. Taking it up, breathing it out. Nice slow movement coming down. Here's 5, halfway there. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Give that a little shake. Taking a little break. The last set, we are going to do double arms if it's comfortable for you. And then we're going to head into a little bit of a core after that. All right. So feet hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees, shoulders back and relax. Double arms this time. Taking those up. Here we go. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Two more. Excellent. If you are having weights at all today, you can put those down. Give those arms a little shake. Grab yourself another sip of water if you'd like, and then we're going to get into some core. So with our core today, we're going to do a little bit of high knees, and it's your comfort level. We're going to do trying a little bit of balance with this one as well. So if you need your support furniture beside you at all to hold on to, that's completely comfortable with you. And we're going to try a little something different. So feet are about hip width apart, little soft bend in the knees. I'm going to shift my weight into that one leg to balance on. The other leg's going to come up into that high knee, and I'm going to give it a little clap under, over if it's comfortable. Shifting it over, under, over. Okay? Taking that nice little breath, nice and slow when we're doing these movements. Trying to work on a little bit of the balance as well as that core, so we're nice and tall through that spine. Shoulders are back down and relaxed. All right, shoulders back and relaxed. Feet about hip width apart, little soft bend in those knees. Taking that knee up and going under, over, under, over. Here's 5, so we're halfway there. Two more. Last one. Excellent, give that a little wiggle. A little break in between our next set. Now, if you're ever uneasy about doing the under over, you can always keep the hands right here, keeping it as a tap as well, okay? All right, shoulders once again, back down and relaxed, nice tall through that spine, soft knees, and going for that under, over, under, over. Shifting that weight from one leg to the other. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Excellent, we're almost there. We need 2 more. Last one. Excellent, give that a little shake. We have 1 more of those before we move into a little bit of our heel raises. So, last set here, feet about hip width apart, soft bend in those knees, nice and tall through that spine, and bring it in, under, over. Few more. Last one. Excellent, give it a little shake. Grab yourselves a sip of water if you need it as well. So our next move is going to be our heel raises. We're going to try to see if we can keep it nice and controlled on the way down. So we're going to go down slow. So if you need your chair at all or a wall to help you with support, excellent. And we'll get into those. So I have a nice bar here beside me. I'm going to have my feet about hip width apart, nice and tall through that spine. I have my fingertips on the top of the bar here. I'm going to raise up onto my toes, lifting those heels off the floor, and then slowly coming down. All right. So, nice and tall, going up on those toes, and then slowly coming down. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Three more. 2 more. Excellent. And give me 1 extra, why not? Give those a little wiggle. Have that little break in between before we do another set of those ones. Excellent. So taking those feet back hip width apart, little soft bend in the knees, nice and tall through that spine, coming up on those toes, and slowly coming down. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Give those a little wiggle, a little shake. And then we have 1 more of those before we get into working a little bit of arms for the upper body. Excellent. Last set. Ready? Here we go. Up and slowly lower down. Nice and controlled. Halfway there. Three more. Two more. Last one. Excellent. Give those a little shake. Grab a sip of water whenever you need it as well. So our next move we're going to do is our chest fly. So I'm going to take my arms out in front, soft bend in those elbows, palms are towards the ceiling, and those are going to come out to about my shoulder. So they're going to align with our shoulder height. All right, they're not going to go past, they're going to go about to the shoulders. Okay. Once again, if you're using weights, feel comfortable, that's all right with me, and all right with you as long as it's the right size for you today. So, shoulders, back down and relax, nice and tall through that spine, soft knees, arms are coming out to the front with a soft bend in those elbows, palms towards the ceiling, taking those out to the side. Halfway there. Last one. Excellent. Give those all a little wiggle. Taking those legs back to that hip width apart, soft bend in those knees, arms out to the front, soft bend in those elbows, and breathe it out for that 10. Three more. Last one. Excellent. Give those a little shake. We have one last set of those ones there. All right, last set here. Bring on those arms up to the front and take them out. Last one. Excellent. Give those a little shake. Grab yourselves a nice little drink if you need. All right, so we have 3 moves left. Another one is going to be our core. So it's going to be our standing knee lifts. Feel free to be seated as well if you need to, and using your support furniture. So a little demonstration here. So feet are about hip width apart. Once again, shoulders are back down and relaxed, and just shifting that weight from one side to the other. Tapping that knee to that hand. All right, so that'll be the first set we're gonna do is tapping, first and second set, tapping the hand to the knee. If you feel like challenging yourself for that third one, we're going to then press the arms to the knee. All right, So my feet are at that hip width apart, shoulders back down and relaxed, shifting that weight to that one leg. And here we go. Few more. Last one. Excellent. Give it a little shake. Take that little pause. Breathing it in and out through that nose and out through the mouth. Sorry, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go for that second set. So shoulders back down and relax, nice and tall through that spine. Feet are about hip width apart. Shifting weight, working on that balance, and bring it up. Three more. 2 and 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake. Have that little pause. And once again, that last set, if you're comfortable, we're going to then press the arm into the knee. Press. If that's not comfortable today, that's okay. Take it with that tapping on the hand and the knee. All right. Shoulders back down and relax, nice and tall. And press it for that 10. Two more. And 1. Excellent. Give that all a little shake. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Our next one is going to be our hamstring curls. I'm going to stand sideways for this one. You can use a support bar if you would like. Taking my toe to the back where my shoestrings, my laces are pointed down, and then I'm going to keep that heel up and kicking the bottom. All right, kicking that bum up. All right, so we're going to work on one side, other side, and then alternate. So nice and tall, toe comes to the back, shoelaces down towards the ground, and take it up for that 10. And 1. Excellent. Give that a little shake, little pause. Shifting that weight to that other leg. Working on my left leg this time. Toes pointed towards the floor, shoelaces towards the floor, nice and tall through that spine. Kick it back for that 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give those a little shake. This last set, we're going to do 5 on the right leg, then 5 on the left leg. So starting with my right leg, take that toe to the back, shoelaces, if you're wearing shoes today, to the floor, and take it back for that 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting to that left leg, kicking it back, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, give us a little wiggle. Grab a drink if you need a drink. One last little arm movement before we get into our balance and a cool down is our L raises. So I have my right arm towards my upper thigh. My left arm is at my side. These are gonna come up like the letter L to about my shoulder height. And then coming back down. Okay, then we're gonna switch, so then it's gonna switch sides. All right, so feet are still about hip width apart, soft bend in those knees, shoulders back down and relaxed, right arm to that upper thigh, left arm towards the side of the body, lifting it up with a soft bend in the elbow, up for that 10. Breathing it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Three more. 2, and 1. Excellent, give those a little shake. Take that little pause. Then we're gonna switch those arms around. So that left arm to that upper thigh, right arm to that side of the body, soft bend in the elbows, soft knees. Take it up for that 10. Three more. 2, and 1. Excellent, that last set, we're gonna do 5 on one side, 5 on the other, so alternating it. So once again, right arm is gonna be towards that upper thigh. Left arm is at the side, little soft bend in the elbows. Taking it nice and tall through that spine, bring it up for that 5. 2, and 1. Switching sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those arms a little shake. And grab yourselves a nice little sip of water before we get into balance. And if you need to grab your chair a little closer to you, then grab that as well. All right. So I have my lovely bar here with me that it's going to use for some of my support furniture. We're going to start off with a tight rope stance. So I'm taking that heel to toe. Let's see if you can see my toes. Heel to toe with a little soft bend in those knees. You can have one arm out to the side if you would like, or we can try and cross the arms on the chest and breathing it out and holding it there. Excellent, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Taking those feet, just switching them around. So bringing that right foot behind now, left foot is in front. That heel to toe if it's comfortable. You can have one hand on the bottom, one hand on your support furniture, one arm out if you'd like, or crossing those arms on that chest. Breathing it in and out and holding it there. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Take those feet away. We're going to work on that tightrope walk. So that same footwork, making sure you have enough space around you. Taking that couple steps forward and backwards. Support wall is here for me, or wherever you are with your support furniture. Taking that heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. Trying to keep our eyes focused on something that's not moving. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can have arms out to the side if you'd like. That heel to toe, heel to toe. Excellent. Give me one more forward and backwards. Ooh. Excellent. Give those a little shake. Excuse me. I'm going to take my feet about hip width apart for this last one here before we cool it down. I'm going to shift my weight to the one leg. The other leg is going to come just slightly off the floor. And you can have one arm out to the side if you would like, both arms out to the side, or if you're comfortable holding those arms on that chest with that foot just slightly off the floor. Breathing it in and out. All right, if you need to be closer to your support wall just in case, or support furniture. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching those legs, so standing on that right leg, left leg is coming just slightly off the floor if it's comfortable. One arm out to the side if you'd like, both arms out to the side, or hands crossed on that chest, holding it there with a soft knee, nice and tall, breathing it out. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Give those a little shake. How's everyone doing so far? Good. Excellent. All right. Let's start to cool it on down for today. And if you need a chair for sitting, for stretching for the hamstrings, grab that as well. We're going to start off with doing our arm across the chest, taking that arm across the chest, giving it a nice hold or a hug. Breathe in and out. Gently releasing that arm, taking that other one across the chest, giving it a hold or a hug. Breathing it in and out. Excellent. Gently releasing those arms. If it's comfortable, taking those arms, linking those fingers together, and then pushing them away from you. So I'm pushing those hands away from you. If it's comfortable, release those hands and bring them as far back behind you as you can. Dropping those shoulders, looking up towards the ceiling. Bringing that head back down to center, releasing those arms, and then grabbing my chair here to sit for the lower half. I'm going to take my right leg out front. That little hip hinge forward if it's comfortable. You can have hands on that upper thigh, or if it's comfortable, reaching down towards the toes. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If it's comfortable, I'm taking that leg up for a little hug. And then I'm going to roll that ankle. I'm giving that ankle a nice little roll one way. And rolling it the other way. Giving those toes a nice little point. And then bringing those toes up towards the ceiling for a flex. Pointing them down towards the floor. One more, pointing it towards the ceiling. Excellent, bringing that leg on down. Left leg out in front. Little hip hinge forward. Hands on the thigh if it's comfortable, or reaching down for the toes. Holding it there for that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking that leg on up for that nice little hug. Rolling that ankle one way. Rolling the ankle the other way. Giving those toes a nice point towards the floor. Then a flex with those toes pointing towards the ceiling. One more point down towards the floor. And one more up towards the ceiling. Excellent. Gently taking that foot back down to the floor. If it's comfortable, you're going to take those legs out nice and wide. I'm going to take my palms into the inner part of my knees, gently pressing those back, stretching out those inner thighs. Nice and tall through that spine, gently pressing those knees to the back, breathing it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bringing those legs back in, giving them a little shake. How's everyone doing? So far, so good. Excellent. Take those arms around that chest. Nice big breath in. Release it out. Once more, bring those arms around the chest, giving yourself a nice pat on the back for a job well done today. Thank you for joining me as well today as my first Zoom class. And I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. The dahlias are blooming.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Angie, are you our new Friday instructor?
I am new Friday from what I know.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Perfect. Any other questions or anything? No? Perfect. Have a good one.